Okay, for area model for division, you set up the problem just like it's written, but then you close in the bottom of it. So the first thing we do is we're going to pick a threes fact that we know that can get us as close as we can to 145. So I'm just going to start with 10 times 3 because it's a simple fact that I already know. 10 times 3 is 30. That's why we call it area model, because it's just like when we did area model for multiplication. If you write a number in the box, you have to subtract it from the total. So we're going to do 145 minus 30, which would be 115. Then you choose another fact. So you're just doing the same process over and over again. I'm going to choose 5 times 3, which is 15. Again, if you write it in the box, you have to subtract it from your total. So now I have 100. So I'm going to do 10 again, just because it's an easy one. 10 times 3 is 30. You have to subtract it again. And you get 70. And then I'm going to choose 12 because it's one that I know. 12 times 3 is 36. So I'll subtract that from my total. I have to borrow, make the 7 a 6, and 0 becomes a 10. So 10 minus 6 is 4, 6 minus 3 is 3. So I have 34 left. So I'm going to pick 11 because I know that 11 times 3 is 33, and that gets me close to 34, but without going over. So when I subtract, I have 1 left. As long as it is less than your divisor, it is going to be a remainder. So over here I have a remainder of 1. I take all of my top numbers and I add them up. So I have 10 and 5, which is 15, 10 and 12, which is 22, and 11. So I'm going to add all those up. And I get 48, remainder 1. In order to check my problem, I take my answer and multiply it by my divisor, which is 3. 8 times 3 is 24. 3 times 40 is 120. And I get 144. I gotta take my remainder and add it in, and I get 145. When I multiply and add my remainder, I should get my dividend, which is what I started with.